It was no secret that Elvis Presley and his sound were heavily influenced by gospel music. As a young boy growing up in Memphis, Tennessee, his mother, Gladys, would play gospel music for him and was extremely religious. The king of rock and roll adored the Blackwood brothers growing up, often referring to them as his favorite gospel group. After becoming a successful musician, he always took the opportunity to invite them over and would often sing gospel music with them. If you want to know more about how a Blackwood Brothers member was in awe of meeting Elvis Presley and Lisa Marie on Graceland's steps, then keep on watching. Elvis Presley was a well-known singer and performer who is often credited with helping to popularize rock and roll music. However, he also had a deep appreciation for gospel music, and he recorded a number of gospel songs throughout his career. Elvis's love for gospel music began in his childhood, as he grew up attending church and listening to gospel records with his family. He continued to sing gospel songs throughout his life, even incorporating them into his live performances. Many fans appreciated Elvis's gospel music for its spiritual and uplifting themes, as well as for his passionate and powerful vocal performances. His gospel recordings have continued to be popular with audiences around the world and have helped to cement his reputation as one of the most iconic and influential singers of all time. Elvis Presley's favorite gospel group growing up was the Blackwood Brothers Quartet, who have been going strong with different members since 1934. They are an American Southern gospel quartet who have won multiple Grammy Awards and remains a beloved and respected group in the world of gospel music. Elvis actually had a strong connection to the Blackwood Brothers. Cecil Stamps Blackwood, the second baritone of the Blackwood Brothers Quartet, became one of Elvis Presley's best friends when the two were 16-year-old high schoolers in Memphis. The two often sang together and shared a deep love for gospel music. Their lifelong friendship started in a teen Sunday school class at the First Assembly of God Church, several years before Elvis became one of the most famous musicians in the world. Cecil had shared that Elvis loved gospel music and had been going to see the Blackwood Brothers concerts, and that he was a big fan of Cecil's brother, R.W. Blackwood. Cecil actually formed his own quartet at the church and went by the name Songfellows. Elvis himself wanted to join the group, but there was no opening. After Cecil's brother died and he joined the Blackwood Brothers, Elvis took his spot in the Songfellows, but didn't last long due to disagreements with other members. After his brother died, Cecil took his place in the quartet. Cecil recalled that even after Elvis started becoming famous, they stayed in touch. The rock and roll singer would still come to the auditoriums to listen to the quartet. He would make time to sing gospel music with the Blackwood Brothers. Elvis first shared the stage with the members in 1995 during his first tour in Texas. The king had refused to sing rock and roll out of respect for the quartet that he truly wanted to perform with. Even after becoming one of the biggest musicians in the world, Elvis would have them over to Graceland regularly. He even requested they sing at his mother, Gladys Presley's, funeral in 1958, as the Blackwood Brothers were also her favorite gospel group. The quartet was in South Carolina when Elvis sent an airplane to bring them to Memphis so they could sing at her funeral. The quartet was only supposed to sing 3 songs, but ended up singing 12 of her favorite hymns. Elvis shared a deep connection with the brothers, and after he returned from joining the army, there were times that the group was invited over to Graceland, and they just sang into the night. Cecil went on to share about Elvis's love for the Blackwood Brothers. He recalled that Elvis was completely different from what they played up in the magazines. He was very kind, gentle, and soft-spoken. The Blackwood Brothers went on to sing for him upon his death in 1977, and most recently sang a couple of gospel songs at his daughter Lisa Marie Presley's funeral. A member who spoke at Lisa Marie's funeral struggled to hold back tears as he shared a story of meeting Elvis with his daughter. Billy Blackwood, son of the quartet's founding member, James Blackwood, shared his first memory of meeting Lisa Marie and how performing at her service was a full circle moment for him. After performing How Great Thou Art, Billy Blackwood shared that in the spring of 1968, he was a young teenager who grew up in Memphis. His dad was James Blackwood of the Blackwood Brothers Quartet. Billy shared that he'll never forget the one night when he was at home when their phone rang. My ears perked up when Dad said, "Well, hi, Elvis." That was not unusual. Elvis would sometimes call and say, "Mr. Blackwood, could you get the quartet together? I'm dying to sing some old gospel songs." So we'd stay up to all hours of the morning singing. But this phone call's a little different, Billy said. He continued on saying, "My dad hung up and said, Elvis wants to introduce me to his baby girl. Do you want to go with me?" I said, "Of course." So we came out here. Elvis came down the steps holding Lisa Marie in his arms. He said, "Mr. Blackwood, this is my little girl Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie, this is Mr. Blackwood, one of my heroes." I stood there in awe and transfixed, not saying anything, taking in the moment. Billy also recalled that several years before, his father had gotten a call about Elvis's mother passing away. Elvis requested that the Blackwood brothers sing at her funeral, which they were honored to do. He added that his father sang for Elvis's funeral service as well. Struggling to hold back tears, he added, "So, this is kind of full circle. We are so honored to be here and to be part of Lisa Marie's celebration today." Before singing the song, "There's a Sweet Spirit in This Place," Billy said, "This is a song that Elvis often sang in his concerts. He didn't sing it. He would listen as the Imperials and the Stamps would sing this song. He would ask the audience just to be quiet and listen. As this song was sung, a holy hush would fill the auditoriums. Our prayer is that that same holy hush would fill this place today." He went on to call out Lisa Marie's loved ones, saying, "Priscilla, Riley, Finley, and Harper, our hearts are with you. We are all here today because we love your family. You're in her thoughts and prayers. May this song be the ushering in of God's peace and presence in your life, I pray." Lisa Marie Presley, the only child of the King, died on January 12, 2023, after suffering a cardiac arrest. She was only 54 years old. A public funeral service to commemorate the beloved figure was held days later in Graceland. Lisa Marie's family requested that the Blackwood brothers, who were a prominent and close musical group to the Presleys, sing at her funeral. Were you surprised to learn any of these? Feel free to let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you in